Hi guys, this is Mrs. Jones, and I am doing some patriotic or Halloween gnomes today for our art project. You can use whatever kind of coloring medium you would like, so colored pencils, markers, crayons, whatever you've got, oil pastels, it's up to you. Or even watercolor, this one's watercolor. So it's up to you. But this is for my Des Moines students who missed out last week for whatever reason, couldn't see for technical difficulties, etc. But I just want to show you how to make this basic gnome, and then you can change it up for any holiday that you like, okay? So I love gnomes. I think they're super cute. I have collected a ton of them over the years, but basically they have a hat that comes down over their nose and you don't see their eyes because the idea is that they're hidden back here. And then they have a big old beard and some either gloves or hands or something. Most ones I see don't have feet, but I like to put boots or shoes on mine. I've even done some in the past that have bunny slippers. So it's kind of up to you and how you want to do it. But anyway, I'm going to give you the basic gnome, and then we can talk about how you could change the design for different holidays or colors or designs or whatever. Okay? So, we're going to start by making this choice. I've already done this cute candy corn one, so I'm thinking about doing this patriotic one since Veterans Day is coming up. For those of you who have not done it yet and who know that Halloween's already gone. But I really like this candy corn hat too, so maybe I'll go back and show you how to do the hat after we do the patriotic guy. Alright, so we're going to start with this big old nose. It's kind of the shape of an oval or an egg. And we have it about 2/3 of the way up the paper, so about right here. Okay, that's simple enough, right? And then I'm going to put a little line right here to show that's where I'm going to put like a little highlight later, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is the hat. The hat comes over the nose on either side about an inch. And then you can either choose to make the hat a pointy hat, or you can have it kind of come off to the side like that, which is my favorite way to do it. So I'm going to go up and then come kind of back down to the side. Oops, sorry, you can't see that very well. And on this side I'm going to go up to here, not all the way up. And then I'm going to go down a little bit, like an inch, and then connect this to that edge piece. And then I kind of like how this gnome has a patch. So I'm going to make a patch right here. And I'll put a couple stitches here and there to make it look like it just got sewn on, okay? And then, since I'm doing the patriotic one for Veterans Day, I'm going to try and do some stripes. The actual flag has 13 stripes, so I can maybe try and see if I can get 13 out of that so it's accurate, right? But you probably don't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't quite get to 13. But I could make them smaller if I wanted to, or I could make it the hat taller. Maybe I'll just make them smaller. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll do 11, 12. That should be 13. There's 13. Might make this one a little bit less weird. Let's try and make it look a little curvy. That didn't erase very well. Where's my good eraser? I can't find it. This one's better. Alright. We'll just just make sure that one's red. All right, so I have that, and then I'm not going to get 50 whole stars on here. If you have that kind of time, that's fine. But I'm just going to draw a few, the ones that fit. If you don't know how to draw a star, the easiest way to do it is where they cross each other, and then you can go back and erase the middle if you want. If you have access to sparkles or paint pens or something like that at home, you can use those if you have permission, of course. And honestly, I'm going to use a white pastel, so I'll probably just go over that with white pastel in a minute. All right, moving on. So we have a hat. Aww. Okay, now we're going to continue this down into his beard. The sides of the hat are the sides of the beard, okay? So we're going to go just real shaggy and kind of like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Now I'm going to worry about around his nose. I'm going to kind of put some details to kind of show that the hair is coming down that way. I'm going to put some little scraggly lines in here. Okay, his beard looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. So now we're going to have him holding something in his hands. So he needs some arms. And now is where you kind of have to decide what holiday or what you want it to be holding. I'm going to have mine holding a sparkler. That kind of looks funny. Let me see if I have my hand right. No, it should look like that. So we're going to have a thumb first. And then on this side, I'm going to come up and down to a finger there, finger there, finger there, finger there, okay? Now, I'm going to put something in his hand, and if I want to do like a sparkler for Veterans Day, or if you could do a flag maybe, like one of those little flags that they put up in the lawns and things, you could. It's up to you how you want to do it, but I'm going to do a sparkler here. If you have glitter and you have permission to use it, you could use that on it. You could just do dots of different colors. If you had some fingernail polish, the sparkles that you were allowed to use, and you asked permission from your parents or your guardian, whoever you live with, your adult, your grown-up, then whatever you can use there. Now on the other side, I kind of like how this one's arm is in. So I'm going to try and do that, but I'm going to have to overlap what I've already drawn a little bit. So I'm going to do his arm coming in, like that, and then in. Okay, and I'll find my better eraser. My first eraser stinks, so I can erase that line. There we go. So now he's holding it like this, so you're going to see the front of his hand. So I'm just going to do 4 knuckles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to draw the stick. I think I'm going to do a flag on this one. Like he's holding a flag. And then he needs a thumb behind it. That's why I waited to do the thumb, because it needs to go behind it to make it look real. Alright, so on this side, I'm just going to have like a little flag going off. The flag is in this corner. I need the blue part. So it doesn't have to be totally accurate because it's art. Alright, so we got this guy, and he needs some shoes. You can choose what kind of shoes. He can have flip-flops, he can have boots, he can have bunny slippers. It's up to you. So I'm going to have his legs come down. Maybe I'll give mine flip-flops, I think. So I'm just going to give him a couple toes. And then, I know you wouldn't wear flip-flops right now because it's like winter, but we're going to pretend it's Veterans Day in like California or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. There we go. Our guy has flip-flops, or you could give him boots. Whatever you want to do. Or bunny slippers. Okay. So, and now basically you're just going to color him in, really. So you can use whatever you want to do to color him in. You can use watercolor and then outline with Sharpie. Or you can use oil pastels. I think I'm going to stick with oil pastels because that's kind of what I was already using today. But I know oil pastels are very smeary, so I'm going to be careful not to smear it everywhere. So I'm just going to and his hat, I'm going to make sure this one is red because I messed up. And actually the one that's right under the blue part is usually red anyway. So it works. So when you're doing art, it's always nice to own a black Sharpie if you can have one, or some kind of black permanent marker that you can use to sign your pictures or to outline things that are kind of like a cartoon. Like this guy's kind of a cartoon character almost. And it just looks nicer to finish it off. Or like if I wanted to go over these stitches, I would use maybe a black Sharpie or something like that. And I don't know where my black Sharpie is right now. But if you have one, that's just something fun to think about. So I really liked one of these blues. Ooh, this is a good blue. I'll try not to smear it. So I'm going to turn my picture upside down. I'm just going to color this whole thing blue, and then I'll go back with a white. And I want his sleeves to match, so I'm going to make his sleeves the same color blue. So I did the trick-or-treating guy for Halloween, but you could do all kinds of guys doing all kinds of different things. They could be holding school supplies or chocolate bars or a lollipop. Really anything that you want. So I'm going to ask you to imagine the last time you saw it snow. And when you look at the shadowy part of the snow, which is white obviously, you look at the shadows, they kind of have a blue tint. So even though this guy's beard is white, at least mine is, yours doesn't have to be, I'm going to go over and just put some blue outline around his beard, because that is like representing the shadowy part of his beard, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. Right, now for his skin color and his nose. That is totally up to you. You can color him whatever skin color you want to color him, or her, if you decide you're going to make it a girl somehow, which I've done before. And I'm going to go for kind of a middle color for mine, but I might make its nose more pink, because maybe he has a pink colored nose. going to give it a little bit of brown action and probably go back with some pink. Okay. This is like a toffee color. Or, like, if you want to do this guy, he's got gloves, so you could use gloves or mittens too, and color him whatever color you want. Oop, his feet. If you do the Halloween one, you could make him like a Frankenstein one and give him green skin if you want. Whatever seems good to you. So I'm giving it kind of a pink mix color because my skin is kind of a pink color because I sunburn so easily. There we go. Little pink gnome guy. And then I would color, if you have like a stick here for the sparkler or a flag, get that a little bit of color. Now I'm going to go back with my white and see if I can do some stars. I'm kind of scratching it with my fingernail right now to just give myself an idea where I want the stars. Probably be easier if you had like a paint marker. But that's what I'm doing. For the little one, I'd probably just do that. Alright. I think to finish it off, I would outline his hat. If I were you. Alright, and there you have it. A patriotic, sparkler wielding, Veterans Day celebrating gnome. I have one more example. I want to see if I have it. Just in case. You want to see what a girl looks like. I can't find it. So just for a bonus lesson, if you wanted to make this guy into a girl gnome, one way you could do that is to, instead of doing a beard, so here's my gnome top. Instead of doing a beard, you can have this be like a braid that comes down and like goes like that or something. You guys can slow this video down and go back if you want to. Something like this. Okay, and then you can just give her like a little smile and a chin. You could give her like a little overalls, like a button. Heck, you could give her a tutu if you want. It's up to you. So I'm going to have her have like a dress instead of a, you know, because you don't really see anything except the beard, so, for the boy. You could give her a little pocket. You could put like a flower in it. And then she could still be holding stuff, you know. A sparkler or whatever. And then you can give her, you know, some boots or something if you want. And then you have a girl version. Right? So that's a girl version. And then there's one more thing I wanted to show you. If you chose to do a candy corn hat, like this guy. Candy corn are roundish, and so you got to shade them a certain way to make this cone look round. So I'm going to show you that really quick. Say you chose to do a candy corn guy. So you're going to do your hat, but not have it hang over the side because it won't look like a candy corn. And then you're going to shade left and right all the way up the side of the hat like this. Same on the other side. And then if you want, you could even do like another little thing in the middle. Because if you ever look at like a pop can, soda pop can, Coke can, whatever, you're going to notice that there's multiple lines of shadow and multiple lines of shininess, like a highlight. So something like that. And then you're going to have to remember that there's the 3 colors of the candy corn, right? And you can pick which goes where, but the biggest part is usually yellow, and then the orange, and then white. But if you want to do it that way, you can. Like if you want the top to be yellow and the white to look, the bottom to look like white fur or something, you could. But I'm going to do mine. I'm going to do mine yellow first. And the yellow is going to kind of blend in with this colored pencil and make it look darker. But I'm going to try and leave the white part white. See how it looks kind of shiny? Especially if you squint at it or look at it from far away. Next one's going to be orange. Same thing, you go over that dark shading in the orange. Kind of leave it white where it's white. Still kind of looking shiny. And then the top is going to be white. And I'm actually going to go over it to just kind of blend it together. You can tell I should have cleaned it, right? I got some blue in there. If you want, you can go over the white section with the white, orange section with the white. But anyway, hopefully that kind of looks shiny from far away. You know, and you can go ahead and finish the rest of them like you would any of the other ones. For this guy, I drew some leaves. Anyway, there you go. So I've shown you a couple different ways to do gnomes. You can do candy corn Halloween flavored one. You could do a patriotic one for Veterans Day. You could do like an elf one. Oops. I'm trying to find my other one that I had, but I think that's it. might be all I have. All right, so there's the gnomes. Can't wait to see what you guys have done, and I hope you have a fabulous Veterans Day, and I will hopefully see you before you leave for Thanksgiving. See you later. Bye.